Hey, it's Matt here from Trout Tales. Well, today we're out at Penstock Lagoon for another episode of Tales from the Fly. Penstock's located about an hour and 45 minutes from Hobart, up in the central Highlands. It's a pretty popular fishery, some great fly fishing available throughout the season with both wet and dry flies, good access and shore-based fishing, as well as really good boat ramp facilities if you're launching your boat. So that one was just sipping along there, just on daybreak here, so we could just see him sipping down a few things, and he actually rose right next to the fly, and always tempting to strike anywhere that you see a rise near your fly, but just held off there for another second just until he'd sucked ours down, and there we go. This is a bit of a different battle than yesterday. They've got control for the first 5 minutes or so. So strong, just, you have to, yeah. If I go too hard on him, I'll just break him off, so I haven't got a choice. If I put too much pressure on it, it'll just break, so, or pull the hook out. Come on, mate. There we go. That's a real trout, mate. Managed to land this big boy. Just on 4 pounds, so well worth getting out of bed for this morning. So just spending a bit of time with this guy, just getting him revived. These bigger fish after a pretty epic fight there can take a little bit just to recover, so just holding him upright in the water, letting a bit of oxygen flow through, and then when he's ready he'll kick away, so we don't want to put him back in too early. It's obviously a magnificent fish, so we just want to let him get a little bit of kick back. Have one last look at him there. Stunning fish. big male. So we'll say goodbye to him for now, and yeah, he'll probably be around 5 pound when you come over to Tassie. Might be able to introduce you to him here at Penstock Lagoon. Benefit to Penstock is it's got a good covering of trees around the outside, so you get good protection from the wind, which is really good if you're boat-based fishing. Get a really nice drift anywhere in the lake, really. Good fishing throughout the lake there, so you can just get a nice drift in the boat along a good shoreline and have some success. So we're early in the season at the moment, doing a bit of Loch style wet fly fishing. So we're just going to be drifting along, casting some wet flies along, and hopefully we pick up a couple of fish. Yeah. There we go. He actually had a couple of little taps at that. So if you feel a little tap there on the hang, it's a good idea to just stick with it, keep the flies in the water, because they can often come back and have 2 or 3 goes at it. That's worked out well. So I'm just trying to get a bit of control of the fish, so he's bolted around the back of the boat. So if you can, try and keep the fish around the front of the boat or the way that the boat's drifting, so then you're not sort of fighting the boat and the fish, you're sort of more just fighting the fish. The little brown magoo on the hang, so it shows the importance of fishing that hang every time you retrieve the flies. So that's a nice brown trout from Penstock Lagoon. Caught that fish there. That was a good example of fishing the hang. So each time you retrieve the flies, just make sure that you're not ripping them straight out of the water at the end of the retrieve. You really just want to sit them in the water there for any fish that have followed it up through the retrieve. And that fish sort of had a few little taps at it, and it was just a matter of just keeping the flies in the water with a little bit of animation, just to convince him that he should eat it, and he did. So that worked out well, and that can sometimes be the difference between catching a fish and not. So just make sure that you're always being attentive and fishing your flies really well, rather than just casting them out and pulling them back in. On the board. So just making a small fly change here, just playing around with different colours and weights really, so, and hopefully that will help us out. So when you're wet fly fishing, it's good to mix up your retrieves a little bit as well, so you can throw in some faster retrieves and some slower retrieves throughout the day. Just that fish can respond differently to different retrieves, so anything from quite a fast sort of pull to slower sort of longer draws like this. And every day is going to be a little bit different, so depending on the light and the feeding behaviours of the fish on the day, that can change how they see the fly and the type of mood that they're in. So mixing up your retrieves is a really good way of just varying your presentation of the fly throughout the day. So have a play around with that, particularly if things are a little bit quiet. Just a different retrieve can just spark a bit of interest and produce a good result. So pretty solid day at Penstock there. So great place to come and spend a bit of time up here in the Central Highlands if you're looking to do a bit of fly fishing in Tasmania. So jump onto Trout Tails and check out our tours, and we can bring you in here and have a great day out.